starts in 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go.
Probably works better if I unmute it.
West Side!
West Side, what's up? How's everybody?
Midwest Side!
How's it going out there? The old Zaddy at it right off the bat.
Right off the bat, Zad.
Right off the bat. Just right off the rip. Look at this guy. Coming in hot, gifting memberships.
Rommel, you're the winner. Think you're Zaddy?
And we got Rommel 565.
If this is your first time, email me for some stickers. I will need your address.
Yeah. So
and if you don't, you won't get them.
How's everybody doing on this fine Sunday, first Sunday of the season? Of the year.
It was Eve.
It was Eve last time. So this would be first Sunday of the year. So I was correct.
Yeah.
I'm getting all confused.
Did you just have a stroke?
I did not.
Okay.
Thank you so much for the gifted membership, Zachary.
We greatly
appreciate it.
He did it again. Brian Kerr, you're the winner. Think you're Zaddy. Email me with your address if this is your first time. I'll send you some in the mail.
Thank you so much. Hopefully the air horn was...
Excuse you?
Matt. What are you doing? Matt just gifted us...
I'm going to need you to back it down, Matt.
A $50 donation.
That's greatly appreciated, but completely unnecessary. For shipping and helping with my nonsense.
Thank you so much, Matt, for gifting that. That's are way too kind, sir.
Yes, we did get your package. It has not been opened yet. I bet he'll open
this
it.
This is his
right now.
Third super chat. It says, let's celebrate.
Third super chat.
That's what it says.
Interesting.
Yeah, look over here. It says, let's celebrate their third super chat on your live stream. Look at that. Wow. Yippee skippy. Wow. Thank you so much, Matt. You are way too kind, sir.
£2. $2 in the house, my bee.
Is that this package right here?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's a surprise.
Okay. We will open that up here shortly. So that'll be good times.
Hey, so right off the bat here, maybe I misunderstood what you said earlier, but I thought we were doing live anodizing.
We were going to do that, and then I had other things happening. So
I lied to everyone that showed up for anodizing. I'm sorry, it's on.
Oh, you posted that?
Yeah.
Oh, sorry. That's totally on me. And there's a reason for it, and I'll get into that. I was going to anodize some stuff, but then I just thought better of it because it would be really kind of a pain in the ass to do that in here. I
thought we were going to do it in the kitchen.
Yeah.
Thanks, Two Bones, for the 2 bones.
Yeah, thank you so much, Two Bones Jones, coming in hot with a little $2 holler.
So kind.
So there you go. Nice. Well, thank you for all the folks jumping in here and bonating and gifting memberships and doing all the things for the new year.
Bees likes your beard.
Bees likes... Yeah, I just haven't shaved is really what's going on there.
He asked me the other day if you should keep it or
not. I was like, yeah, should I?
In my opinion, yes. I like a bearded boy.
I don't know. It gets itchy
I know
and
he
shitty.
Gets bothered.
It is what it is.
$2 Chuck here.
$2 Chuck.
Coming for Two Bones Jones title. Get him, Chuck.
Chuck it coming in. Little $2 Chuck.
Little $2 Chuck. I love that.
Thank you so much, Chuck it, for the $2. We greatly appreciate it. You guys are very, very kind.
It's been longer than since Friday. It's been
a couple weeks. Yeah. But it is what it is.
Yeah, it's like 2.5 weeks of growth.
Yeah, probably. something like that. So I I've been working, doing some things, been doing some stuff.
Was there a Mimo sighting?
Was there?
Mimo, are you back? Mimo? Mimo! Mimo's back! Oh, we missed you!
Mimo's back? You got out of Canadian prison?
No. Do you feel more fulfilled now that you've taken a break from the internet? Unlike us?
I've really taken a break because I actually have 4 videos uploaded that I just haven't made public. I should probably do that because a couple of those are good, actually. And this drink's a little stout.
B says the itchy goes away, then it's all manly beard and she'll be chasing you around the barnyard.
Got it.
I chase that butt all the time.
Rodney Pearson, what up, man? I haven't seen your name in there for a while.
Rodney, what up, my dude?
Yeah. Hopefully things are good. Hopefully you guys had a good Christmas and holiday and all that good stuff. So yeah, it's been good. I've been home for multiple weeks, which has been really nice. I'm supposed to be leaving tomorrow. Potentially there might be some bad weather. I don't know. I haven't even looked at the weather, but I've had a few of my coworkers, somewhere between here and Southern Illinois. A few of my coworkers.
Yeah, there's a 60% chance of snow tomorrow and 80 Tuesday. About time, dude. About time, y'all.
We've had like 0 snow this year. We had a few little like dustings.
Dusting this morning.
Yeah. Just nothing to write home about.
Tomorrow evening. It's not till tomorrow evening.
Yeah, so I'm probably rolling out tomorrow morning. Like, it's got to be pretty bad for me to get scared, you know?
Oh, no.
Oh, son of a...
Oh, Grace.
Oklahoma. Is that next Sunday?
Next Sunday.
Next Sunday, they're showing us as a low of minus 17 degrees.
I'm sorry, I'm not leaving the house that day. You're going to have to take yourself to the airport.
Right? Or that's not the day you have to take me to the airport.
Yeah, no, it's not.
It would be the week after that. But
time is hard.
Minus 17 is that's no joke. That's getting freaking cold.
That's when my car says, no bitch.
just laughs at you.
Yeah, and negative 11 is the limit.
Negative 11.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She's like, okay, I'll do this, but I don't like it.
I don't like it.
Any more than that? No.
Minus 17. Yeah. No joke. I mean, we've definitely been colder than that, you know?
Yeah. Last year we had consecutive days and
like minus 24.
Mess.
Yeah. Minus
frozen drain pipes.
Yeah, we had frozen
pipes around.
Yeah.
All around.
Yeah. Which is not normal. Would have heard. Which we had. I mean, we generally have some weather like that, but for whatever reason, that one we had that was the Christmas time.
I'm cold here in SoCal, Roman. I'm gonna need you.
Roman,
lock it up.
Yeah, you better lock that up right now. You don't get to talk with your SoCal privilege.
Right. You want to talk about privilege. Weather privilege.
Yeah. Temperature privilege. That's the greatest kind of privilege right there.
Tom McDonald says that he used to live in northwestern Wisconsin and it would hit negative 30 regularly.
Yeah.
Yep. Minus 45 sucks, Mimo says. Yeah, you get it.
Yeah, the coldest
stuff up there.
The coldest weather I've ever been in was legit actual, and this was up in Canada snowmobiling. Real deal temperature was minus 40. And let me tell you, when like I've rode in minus 20 a bunch, like no problem whatsoever. And like even at like, minus 10, minus 15, even down to minus 20, like if we're riding hard, I'm like unzipping my coat a little bit to cool my fat ass off. And at minus 40, it hurt so bad. And like I had gear that was supposed to be rated for those kinds of temperatures.
Right, built specifically for that.
We got to the place that we were staying in. And as soon as I got in there, I ripped my helmet apart because on my helmet there were for those that that know or familiar with, snowmobile, motorcycle helmets and all that kind of stuff, a lot of them have air vents on them. And so there's holes going through the foam on the inside of the helmet where you can open a little air vent on the outside. Now, of course, the air vents were closed, but that hole on the foam felt like nails going into my head in those locations. It hurt so freaking bad that I couldn't take it. And where my coat, like the seams, and they're supposed to be like windproof on the seams and everything. I'm telling you, when it gets that cold, all of us,
Nothing can help you.
There were 4 of us, and I'm not shitting you when I tell you we couldn't go more than about 20 miles an hour just because it hurt so bad. And it was eye-opening. It really was, because like everybody was talking about it was going to get cold that night, and we were, I'd never rode in temps that cold before, and I was like, shit, I've been in -20, like that ain't nothing. -40, that separates the men from the boys, let me tell you. And I was a little boy that night. and I wasn't as much of a little boy as, I was a little boy, and the rest of my crew were little girls, because they were literally in tears. Their tears were freezing on their face. And it was brutal. But yeah, -40 is no joke. -40 also happens to be where Fahrenheit and Celsius align. -40 C and -40 F is the same temp. And that's the real deal. That will make a man out of you for sure.
I heard your man parts freeze the easiest when on snowmobiling.
Yeah, I mean, not really. I mean, like my bibs, from the bottom down, you're pretty protected. Snowmobiles are made to keep the wind off of you. So like, with the windscreen and stuff, I mean, people call it a windshield. But it's really made to kind of protect your body from the elements. So your lower part of your body stays pretty good. But
Mike says that you need to drink some cement and harden up, Justin.
right.
Mm-hmm. -40 is my IQ, Marie says.
Yeah, -40, no freaking joke. Well, I'm just telling you. For any of the guys out there that snowmobile, I mean,
I've only seen
go try it.
-40 from the inside of a warm house. Yeah.
Right. I'm telling you, it was brutal. It really was
gotta
brutal.
Go outside and throw some hot water up in the air to watch it freeze.
Yeah,
for sure, Beef.
B says the coldest he remembers in Ohio was -25 back in '94.
Right back in '94.
Yeah, -25 is, I mean, it's freaking cold. And we generally,
I was but a wee 8th grader.
We generally get like -20, -25 here for at least a night or two.
Mm-hmm. Usually teens is like the more regularly seen.
Rickert says 0 Celsius equals 32 F. That is correct, but -40 Celsius is the exact same as -40 Fahrenheit. That's where they line up, same number. So, and it was freaking cold. It was really, really cold. So,
yeah, that's your Australian privilege, Mike. Don't know what -40 feels like.
Yeah.
I'm a lineman in Michigan. I was working about 13 years ago, and the dash in my work truck said -33. Yeah, I feel sorry for you lineman bastards when it comes to
Don't feel sorry. Do you have any idea how much money they make?
Wait, no. Yeah, I
don't feel sorry for him.
Make a buttload of money.
They're chasing storms, and their retirement's ridiculous.
You know what? Actually, I take it all back because
Yeah.
I have to cancel a lot of projects for your weak ass bitches. Because you're like, no.
Yeah, and they're dragging up all the time, freaking, oh, storm's coming in Northern California. I quit.
Yeah.
And run out there, jump on a plane, and yeah. Drag their camper all over hell and back, chasing the money.
Giving you shit. But
yeah, for sure.
We know a lot of linemen.
We know a lot of linemen.
I literally schedule a lot of work for them every week.
Yep. I'm just saying, don't feel sorry for him.
Yeah.
He's fine.
I changed my mind.
You're
fine.
Unless he's getting his spikes out daily and climbing wood poles.
Right, which most of you aren't.
No, they haven't used their spikes in years. I bet. Who's the lineman? Who was that?
It was.
Tell us the last time you had spikes on.
Trag, I guess, is what we'll say.
Okay.
No, zero trag. We'll just call you trag.
Yeah. Tell me the last time you had your spikes on and climbed a wood pole. He's gonna say, when I did my lineman test.
He says, yeah, I hook all day, every day.
Yeah.
It's so funny because, like, when we have a project and, like, say we're having trouble with, the railroad or something, just access is difficult and people are making it difficult. It's like only in the direst of situations, we'll push the project off unless absolutely necessary. And then they're like, all right, I guess the guys are just climbing the pole.
Yeah.
I guess they're just going to have to do it.
They're just going to have to climb the pole.
Oh, you don't get a bucket truck.
Good times. Good times. Right on. So, should we show this?
Yeah, probably.
Beauty?
Yeah.
I want to show a thing that we got for Christmas from Molly's brother. And it's a gem.
Rodney
and it has a story.
Rodney used to work the power company doing storm damage, and he hated spikes.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
Right? Yeah.
My wife took the lineman test when she worked for Southern Bell, the pole yard outside of Atlanta. Nice. Too many rich people here.
So you're saying your wife works the pole?
Yeah.
You're saying your wife works the pole.
Too many rich people here to drive our buckets rear easement on their big properties. Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
C. Colby.
I don't want you to break a branch on my fancy tree.
C. Colby says he used CMEs on 6 of his 7 Spyderco knives. Mm-hmm. Thank you for the great product. You're welcome. Thank you
for purchasing the great product.
Yeah, thank you. Stay tuned because we have some stuff to show there this evening.
We really do. Before you grab that, can you grab me my chapstick? Next, it's
I see it
in the place I always put it.
Okay. Well, I didn't know you kept your chapstick there, so.
She didn't pass. She decided to call center, and shop steward was her preference.
There you go. So she's not quite the pole master that I claimed she was. Okay. All right. So we got this Christmas gift.
What's up, Dang Ross?
And I want to show off this beauty, and I want to tell the story because this thing has pedigree. Okay. So I figured that you guys would enjoy this.
It has history.
It does have history. So we're going to go ahead and
She's
switch.
A belly dancer, actually.
Switch this up. Let me get this over here like so. I think that'll be good. I may have to turn that light up. We'll see. We'll see. Let's do this. Okay. What are you doing?
Yawning.
All right, so
I'm so tired from watching football all day.
The thing here is that I'm going to turn this mic down a little bit, I think. Try to, anyway.
Okay.
You guys let me know if the audio is okay. But if you guys remember, we opened up some knives on the live stream here a while back, and said knives were not great. And it was my brother-in-law that wanted these knives, and so we gave him a hard time.
Real quick, Adventure Man, them lions. Yep.
Yeah.
They did it. And also, you need to send me your address because I have a package to send you. And as well as a couple of other people.
Okay.
Patrick. And somebody else. I can't remember.
All right. So my brother-in-law wanted these knives, and they were, crap knives.
Yuck, Jay.
And we laughed about it. And so he felt offended. And so he wanted to redeem himself in the knife community. He watched the live stream, and he doesn't watch all the live streams, but he watched that one. And he was a little bit saddened that myself and all of you in the chat room were making fun of him and his lack of knife knowledge.
You did, Adventure Man.
So he wanted to send me something to prove that he's a true knife guy. And so he sent us a little Christmas gift. Now, This Christmas gift is quite special.
We'll call her the Redeemer.
It came with this display apparatus right here. And it said, what does it say right there? I don't know what that said. Kit Ray?
Yeah.
Is that what it is? Kit Ray?
I think so.
Fantasy art.
Oh, boy. Oh, boy.
And what goes in said display stand is this beauty right here. Now, I can't describe to you.
He learned to read.
How ridiculous this thing is. I feel terrible that there's not sharp edges on the outside.
Okay, me.
But so this thing, it's got some felt pads because you don't want to damage a tip here.
Kit Ray is like the Hildebrandt brothers for knives.
Okay. But this is how it displays on your mantle. You know what I mean? Now, I found out the story here. I'm going to turn this light up just a little bit. Bear with me here for just a second.
You really got to get the lighting right on this peach.
Yeah. All right, let's try that. Okay. So this thing, I mean, the exquisite detail here. You know what I'm saying?
Finger remover 8000.
This is it's quite heavy. I'm not sure what this material is. I mean, I'm assuming it's probably like cast aluminum.
No, it's probably unobtainium.
Unobtainium?
Yeah.
I mean, it's probably pewter. Let's be real.
It does look a little pewtery.
Yeah, but it's not. It's way harder than pewter. I'm pretty confident it's cast aluminum.
Hey, T-Fetch.
But, I mean, the ridiculousness here is just quite impressive. It's actually...
You'll hear, Wilby. You will hear where exactly the one who purchased this was shopping.
Yes. I've got the whole story. It's actually quite comfortable, okay?
Justin, your brother is dead to me. It's my brother.
Yeah, it's her brother.
But he's dead to me, too.
Okay. So the story goes, okay? This was purchased about, we're going to call it 15-ish years ago. Maybe a little more. And this came from one of Molly's brother's friends, a guy that we know as well. Haven't seen him or talked to him in years, but a fellow Illinois boy. And this is back in the we'll call it college-ish age. And a lot of drinking was
post-college.
Post-college.
Directly post-college. Post-haste college.
Yeah. Mid-20s. Mid-20 age. And this lovely item here, this was back when heavy drinking was happening. And this was back when Cutlery Corner graced our television sets at 3 a.m.
It doesn't still?
I don't know. I have no idea. I don't have public or, cable TV anymore.
I'm going to Google it.
Yeah, I don't know. Is Cutlery Corner still a thing? I have no idea. Okay. So the guy that purchased this, his name is Jason. That's his actual name. But he got home late one night from the bar, went into his home, turned on the television.
It's still a thing.
Cutlery Corner was on television. He was fucking hammered. And he purchased this. I mean, he was watching Cutlery Corner, saw this, and was like, oh, I want that. So he purchased it. Fast forward a week or so, this shows up on his door. Now, he doesn't remember purchasing this item, but I can only imagine his joy and excitement when he opened this fine piece of martial art artwork here. And so he doesn't remember purchasing this. And he then tells his buddies about it, shows it to them, and everybody laughs about it. and this kind of becomes like folklore and a highly coveted item between this group of friends. Okay?
Jay wants to know where the pocket clip goes.
Well, I mean, let's be honest. I'm sure it came with a Kydex sheath where you could just slide this under your jacket, but I didn't get that part. I only got the display stand here. So the
Exactly, BFE.
So fast forward many years, this was a coveted piece of art between this group of friends that included Molly's brother.
Patrick says that's a quality piece. I don't see the problem.
Exactly.
Right. And Patrick, you need to email me your address.
And so, anywho, Molly's brother, like I said, fast forward several years, they had some type of competition, and I can't remember. He told me, but I don't remember what it was. Some stupid game, some drunk game that was
there were
played.
Many events throughout this group's lives. Like there was a yearly get drunk, carved ice blocks, suck it down, take shots,
suck it, yeah.
And like they had many competitions. They would always dress up for Halloween and do competitions for
dumb stuff. Okay,
so it was one of those.
So it was one of those, and this was the prize for this competition. This beautiful, beautiful piece. Which ends up going to my brother-in-law, Molly's brother. He wins this wonderful, wonderful statement piece, and he has had it for 12 years or something to that effect. He remembered that he had it after we ridiculed him for wanting an automatic. What did he buy? A Gerber or a SOG or something? It was a Gerber. It was a Gerber. Okay. Anyway, he wanted a Gerber automatic pig sticker, whatever, 2000. And so he remembered he had this. And so he sent us this for Christmas, this coveted trophy piece. This is
in hopes of redemption.
I figured that they just call this the Panty Slicer 4000 because I mean, let's be real. When you have one of these sitting on your mantle, I mean, when the ladies walk into your house,
hey, Colby,
clothes just fall off. Let's be honest.
Yeah, when I opened it, I had to secure my clothes because they were just trying to rip themselves off.
They were just falling off.
And I was like, yo, it's the middle of the day. I don't want to be naked.
I don't know if I could sharpen this on the TS Prov. I could probably figure it out. I don't know. Because, I mean, yeah, I probably wouldn't get the angle of the dangle that I would want. There's actually an edge on this thing. On that side, oh yeah, it's got an edge. I mean, I think it would be a lot more fun if both sides of these were sharpened. And those are hollow grinds. I mean, let's be honest here.
Well, that's quality.
This is quality that most of us have never seen before. And I mean, this thing, let's be real, is
let's be honest.
Yeah. I mean, I think it's just like a heart remover. You just stick it in and then rotate and pull it out.
Right.
And it just pulls the heart out, I think.
And the little butt plug in the center is for, centering over the heart so you don't nick it.
Right. It would only be better if there was a laser pointer in there so you could, skill shot.
Right.
But, I mean, someone that is skilled enough to wield a family heirloom piece as such as this doesn't need those kind of aiming aids,
right? Silly cheater pieces. You have to be a 4th degree wizard to sharpen that. Yeah, for sure.
Oh, I'm pretty confident.
It's for opening chips. Yeah,
I'm pretty confident.
2 bags at a time.
We could sharpen it for sure.
Certainly proves he's a real knife guy.
yeah. Certainly proves he's a real knife guy.
Snake.
So we wanted to show that off and let everyone know that we found out that my brother-in-law is a real knife guy.
Chuckett says that we need to make Brian watch this. Definitely. We should have texted him and said, get on the internet.
Text him.
Okay.
Say, get in the live right now. We'll leave this graced here for a moment. I mean,
So is your brother-in-law a
There's some
champion larger? Do you mean logger, maybe? Because, or what, Zach? Champion what?
I don't know.
He's a champion of douchebaggery, that's for sure.
Definitely that. I was expecting that other one to be a different color, but it's not. Did you text him?
I'm doing it right now.
Huh.
Josh Branson, been a member for 2 months. Oh, he said, y'all be wilding out, and my fat ass is here for it.
Nice. I like it.
I don't want to do this unless there's funny to be had. So you get what you get.
There's definitely funny to be had here.
A LARPer.
A
champion LARPer.
There you go.
Yeah, probably. I know he keeps that under wraps though, because I've never seen his outfit for it.
Did you text him?
Yeah, he didn't text me back though.
Oh.
There's my Gail Bradley, Johnny Q says.
Yeah, it's still here, Johnny. It's still here.
It would definitely suck to be punched in the throat with that, for sure.
Definitely. But, I mean, I think...
He said right this instant. Yeah?
Yeah, duh.
The fuck you think this is, sir?
Right? When we speak, you jump,
right.
Sir.
I'm your baby sister. Get on the fucking internet. The least you could do after all of the threats of being from an orphanage.
From an orphanage?
Yeah, adopted. That's what I wanted. Wasn't that Skeletor's secondary carry?
Yeah,
right?
I think it was his second carry. It was his fifth pocket carry, you know?
Yeah.
But I figured we would show a subpar hollow ground blade here and marvel at what is. I mean, you can see the reflection there. Hollow ground.
Yeah, no problem, Ed.
Hollow ground, recurve, double-bladed.
Good luck in your surgery.
Douchebaggery.
I hope your boobs turn out nice.
What's going on?
Ed's he's got to go to bed because he's got to get up early for his surgery tomorrow. And I told him good luck with that, and I hope his boobs turn out nice.
Yeah, good luck with the surgery. Hopefully everything goes well. And yeah, I mean, if you're getting new boobs, I hope they turn out well.
Yeah. No, wrong ones, bees. Those are furries.
Okay. All right. So we've got this beauty that, maybe we will bequeath this to someone else at some point.
Oh, thank goodness. Humble poets.
But,
oh, my goodness.
I mean, if we're going to gift something like of this type of quality and prestige and lineage, we're going to have to, somebody's going to have to step up.
Oh, Mimo said it's his third penis reduction surgery.
Third
wow,
penis reduction.
Must be big. I personally think that this should not be given away.
Oh, not given away.
No, it's got history.
It's got lineage. I mean, it's quite
Tactical Terry said, I would prefer you not queef on me. Bequeef? Ew.
I mean, and the fact that we've got I don't know if this is supposed to be a horn or a tooth or what, and then we got these things sticking out the side. I mean, let's just appreciate the fine detail of 2001 UCC says right there. It's dated. This thing
That's
is
an antique.
23 years old.
Right? It does look like chicken beaks. Or like
Yeah, I mean, it looks kind of like a beak. I mean, maybe that's what it's supposed to
like
be.
an octopus beak or like a
Is that supposed to be a chicken beak? And this is like
it's
the
a
cone,
killer chicken for sure. For
the
sure,
cone,
yeah.
and this is the eye,
Mm-hmm.
like this.
Mm-hmm.
Rah, rah. You know,
How does a chicken go?
rah, rah. Just
Really?
doing a little chicken picking.
None of my chickens have ever made that noise.
The thing is I don't know. I mean, other than hitting yourself, I mean, I suppose you could.
Absolutely not,
You
Ian.
could do this and just. I mean, if you didn't. I mean, let's be honest. You know,
speed
if
holes.
you hit someone like this, you're just going to vaporize them.
Right.
But maybe the deal is you can hold it like this and just give them a little persuader, the old double beacon. You know what I mean? The old double beak.
23 years and it hasn't disintegrated? No.
It's kind of like the triple deek.
Triple teak.
But
I'm not drinking a White Russian, Ian. Stop.
although we do have some in the house.
I'm not doing it.
We do have some White Russians.
Uh-huh, yeah, but it's not going in my gob.
Nothing is better than a quality canned White Russian.
If you want to black out, tweak of the beak.
The Brasher Bear says CPM would sell his house to buy this. I mean, we could talk trades.
I mean, if we're talking that kind of, then maybe I'd be willing.
Yeah. Only if the house was built pre-01, though. We want something with a little more history.
Right.
The old twin beak.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Well, so there you go. Hopefully, now you guys can sleep better tonight, knowing that this fine piece of grade A Chinese-made cutlery is in a safe place, sitting here in Iowa. Hopefully, it doesn't get too cold with the upcoming weather, but we'll do our best to protect it. Yeah.
It's something.
It is something.
It's something. He said he wishes he could have been here before so he could see all the chat bullshit.
Who's that?
Dune.
Oh, is he in here now?
Mm-hmm.
White Russian enemas.
It's okay, bud. You can go back.
You can go back. The chat will replay. But this fine piece of cutlery corner, finely tuned.
Ian says you have to best test it, and I agree.
Oh, we're getting there. So let's set this off to the side for a moment.
Perhaps, Kobe. Perhaps.
Since we talked about best testing, we're gonna have to. What?
He said he's just kind of watching because the neighbors are over. He said this kid is dialed into it, though. What kid? This is not for children.
Yeah, this isn't for children.
Unless it's one of my friend's children.
I know we're showing very cool things that kids are into.
Oh, Charlie.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's cool.
Charlie.
What up, bro?
Auntie Molly, she cusses a lot. You should know this already.
You already know this.
Don't repeat these words at school. They are adult words only.
Adult words.
And what up, bud? Love you.
Happy New Year and Merry Christmas and stuff.
I hope you liked your box of monies.
Okay. All right. So, since we're talking about best testing, because that conversation came up, I fully planned on doing some best testing here shortly, because we are,
he said he knows. He's heard them before.
He's heard them before.
Yeah. Okay. As long as we're all on the same page.
Yeah, you're right.
Brian knows what he's letting his kid sit in front of, right?
Yeah, oh yeah. Because so right before the live stream, I had to cut some painter's tape. Okay, Now, when I talk about painter's tape, do we have a roll laying here?
Yeah, there's one right here.
Okay. Yeah, it was actually this roll right here. So like 1 inch wide, blue painter's tape that, rips super easily. You guys know the kind, right?
Yep.
I use this
easily, all that.
Use this for lots and lots of things.
I'll be right back.
Okay. So, you may want to stay for this part, but
okay.
it's up to you.
Yeah, if you. Yeah.
So the painter's tape, very, very easy to cut, like cutting paper. You know what I mean? So I have to just cut some painter's tape real quick. So I look over and I see my wife's S90V. This is an S90V, Para 3 lightweight. And I see it sitting on her workstation where she packages things for the website. And I was like, perfect. There's a handy knife that I can grab to cut my painter's tape. So I grab it. I open it
to tear it,
and I go to cut said painter's tape. Now, this tape spanned a gap, so I had ample room to get in underneath it to cut said tape. Should have been, no issue whatsoever. So I get in there and I go to cut the tape, and it just pulls the tape up, and I pull harder, and it finally just rips the tape. Not here, not here where the blade is, over here. and I'm like, what in the actual F is going on here? And then I looked at this shitstorm that is this S90V blade. Okay. Now I remember sharpening this not that long ago. I'm pretty sure I sharpened this. I don't remember when exactly, but it wasn't that long ago. And as I said before, this is S90V, okay? This isn't 8CR. This isn't fine China stainless. You know what I mean? We didn't bust out the fine China here. This is CPM S90V. So I have no idea what kind of hell that this knife has been through since the last time I sharpened it, but it won't cut painter's tape. So I figured that we would...
I think it's a pile of shit.
I figured that we would best test this fine peach right here.
I'm going to write Spyderco about it.
You're going to write your local Spyderco rep?
Yeah.
And tell them their S90V is trash?
Yeah, can't keep up with me. How can it keep up with a man? I'm just a tiny woman. Just a weak, helpless woman.
God only knows. I don't know if she's like sanding the edge on this
No.
Like, I don't know what happens here. I'm not sure how this goes down.
Just cut things. That's it.
But
I don't even use it as a pry tool.
Well, yeah, I mean, it still has a tip. So that's good. I mean, it looks like it was stuck in someone's ass, but there's that. I mean, there's scratches all over it and shit. And
no, I'm not cutting chain link fence.
Look at this side of it.
That was on my workbench.
Look at this.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't even know, guys. I don't know. I don't know what happens when I'm not here. I never know what she's doing back there. You know what I mean? I never know what she's doing.
Never know what I'm doing, huh?
Yeah.
Shaking? No, I didn't shave my legs with it. I would definitely cut myself. Well, I don't know. Now that it's dull, I don't think I would.
I don't think you'll cut anything.
Stirring nail polish now? No, I wouldn't dare.
So we'll see how sharp this thing is. My guess is that it's just got a bunch of adhesive on it.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, you would think.
Do you want me to wipe it off?
That a woman would. No, we're going to test it just like this. And then maybe we'll clean it up.
What I take care of is my nails and this house.
Oh boy. Here we go. Oklahoma.
My finger juices are corrosive. Your butt juices are corrosive.
Okay. You guys want to see a new product? You guys want to see something new?
I was fending off Sancho with it. Exactly. I didn't want to pop a cap, so.
Ooh. You know what? I did. I don't even think I showed you this. Did I show you?
I know you didn't, but I looked at it.
You looked at it?
Yeah.
Okay. So you guys know that...
you go ahead and talk about those. I'll be back.
Okay. my wife got me, I talked about these last week. My wife got me these fine wrenches from Hand Tool Rescue. Um, I haven't got to use these two yet, but I have used the smallest one for a couple little projects around the house. It's been fantastic. And the other day I had to do some work on a few other things. So I decided that I would do a little modding on the little guy because I think I'm going to carry this in my backpack. The cool part is this wrench is adjustable and opens up to, I think it's about 1 inch. So I mean, it's pretty decent. Like, you're going to be able to get on a lot of fasteners. Again, you're not going to have a ton of leverage, but having a nice little adjustable wrench that you can carry in your backpack, you know, not a bad little setup. So I'm thinking about maybe uh, doing some lasering. If you guys remember in the last live stream, I lasered a logo on here. I actually took it off because I think I'll laser it now after I did the acid etch. I think it'll look cooler. So I'd probably put OCD for EDC on it, and maybe, like on the top here or something, or on the side, put a little arrow. Your nuts go here, or something to that effect. I don't know. We'll do something on there. But I thought it would be kind of cool to make a dark one, and very cool. So my wife hooked me up, and these wrenches are very, very cool. The quality of these are fantastic, and they're Hand Tool Rescue. If you've never watched his YouTube channel, you should go check it out, because I mean, if you're into mechanical things, he's pretty funny. Kind of a dry humor, but funny, and does some interesting things. So there you go. Show off the old acid wash on the or just acid etch. I haven't stone washed it, but yeah, very, very cool. All right, do you guys want to see a new product? Let me set those down real quick. We'll leave that sitting out there. Hand Tool Rescue's Fractal Vice video is good. For sure, BF. The Fractal Vice is very cool. I actually made one, 3D printed one. And it's a cool little project, and it actually works well. I use a few vices that I 3D printed over the years. And it's kind of nice having soft jaws and stuff on things when you're trying not to, you need to hold something delicate that you don't want to scratch up. So that part is good, and they work out well. And 3D printing lends itself pretty well for the vice construction, if you will. It's pretty impressive what you can do if you, kind of put your mind to it with some of those things. All right. I'm going to wait for Molly to come back in here for this portion, but I am going to, let's see here. Let's bust out. We're going to bust out a compression lock knife here. I just happen to have this one sitting handy. This is the Military 2. This one is rocking the S30Vs. Compression lock, Military 2. Can't go wrong with that. Very, very cool. So that'll come into play here in a moment. I've also got a 15V Shaman. Okay. I think Molly had to go to the bathroom or something. I don't know what she's doing. Never know what she's doing back there. Mom! The meatloaf!
That's right, Chuckin. I've never pooed in my life because I'm a lady.
I don't know about that. Let's be honest. We've also got
a lady, I tell you.
a Yo Jumbo, and then I thought I brought, maybe I didn't. I swore I did. What did I do with it?
Quit talking about me going to the bathroom. Hashtag Molly's pooping pretty floods. Oh my gosh.
Did you bring, I thought I brought that wNEW in here. Did I not?
I don't.
There it is. There it is. I did bring a wNEW in here. Okay. Should we show the new product?
1 second. Answer some questions first.
All right, go
Well,
for
the
it.
ball cage upgrade kit works for the Mannix 2 lightweight with removable hardware.
Yes, absolutely.
Did you wipe back to front? Stop it.
No, you go front to back.
That's right.
You don't want to get pooticles up
No,
in the...
you don't get pooticles up in your vajayge.
Yeah, you know, that would be bad.
Yeah, then you get yeast infections and stuff. It's not right. You also got to pee after, the time. Charlie, cover your ears.
We'll set this bad boy out there too. This thing spins really
Is
good.
the 15V Shaman for sale? Absolutely not.
Nope, not for sale. Sorry. But what is for sale? And what I'm going to show off here. I feel like, we've got 95 people in here and only 48 likes. Seems
That's
a little
so dumb.
Yeah, that seems a little
Unacceptable. Unacceptable. If you watch kids' cartoons, you would know what that is.
Okay. So
do discount codes on your website? Yeah, sometimes.
Yeah, sometimes we do. We just did one over the holidays.
PNW.
Molly did a big discount for like 1 day.
I did.
But that is over now.
Yep.
Okay. You hand me that bowl over there, or that little container
of cast-offs.
Yeah. So
that thing's still going. Dang.
As you guys know, I make these things called CMEs, and there's some in various materials and colors. There's some blue G10 and black and red and natural and black G10 and
exactly.
And here's a Shaman. I don't know what color that one is, silver or something. So there's purple ones, and we make them in all sorts of different variations and colors, and
I just had an idea.
Materials and
unacceptable. Oh wow, unacceptable NFK.
And we ship these things all over the world, and we've been making them for quite some time now. You can see a Shaman one right there with the little milled out pocket on the back.
Yeah, Zach. Yeah.
And all the G10 ones and glow carbon fiber and marble carbon fiber and blah, blah, blah. The list goes on and on and on. C-Tech. I machine all of those, right? And then we have some 3D printed versions. And so we have been asked multiple times.
Thanks, NFK.
If we would make some out of some more premium materials. Okay.
Oh my gosh. Hold on. Kyle, of course, Kyle says, I get my CME from Etsy. You guys have great customer service on there. You shut your mouth when you're talking to me, boy.
Huh. Okay. Well, I don't know if you guys can hear that or not.
Oh, Tori, if you're having trouble with keeping your CME on your Shaman, here's a few things. Make sure you clean both the CME and the metal very well with the alcohol wipes. Let it dry. don't get any oils or dust on it. And then use just a couple of drops of glue and let it cure, like if you can, for a whole 24 hours.
Yeah.
Definitely overnight, good 8-9 hours.
And if you've already put it on once and it came off, make sure you scrape off all the old glue.
Mm-hmm.
That thing's still spinning.
Yeah, it is. Hardcore.
Yeah. And I only got just a little bit of a flick on it because I didn't want to, I didn't want to lose a finger there on the fine china.
Yeah. And then also, don't leave it in your car during hot and cold weather.
Really cold weather.
Especially, yeah.
Below freezing.
Yeah. Expansion and contraction will pop those puppies off. If you're, leave it to...
Okay. Are we going to show this?
I'm going to give one more tip.
Okay.
For the CME situation.
Give the tip.
If you are okay with it...
I'm going to spin this again.
Okay. You can rough up the back side of the CME where it adheres and also rough up the metal a little bit. A lot of people like to do that.
With some sandpaper.
Yeah.
Or emery cloth.
And then do your alcohol cleaning, making sure you get all that dust off. And that'll help it grip too.
There you go. All right, here we go. So, what we've got here is a Shaman CME.
Chuck it.
Right there. We have one for the Yojimbo and Little Native. And then we have a standard. And these are grade 5 titanium, 6AL, 4V titanium. And we've been asked for these multiple times. I only have one of each design.
Absolutely not.
The ones that you're seeing in my hand, I only made 3 of them. These are an absolute nightmare to make. So, ask and you shall receive. But here is a titanium CME on a 15V Shaman.
Right before you showed them, Chuck it said, just announce the Thai CME so I can buy it.
So here is the Shaman one. Now, this was going to be part of the anodizing that we were doing this evening. Here is the one that goes and fits on the Little Native. Just like so. Or the Yojimbo.
Dads.
Because
am I right?
That blade intrusion right there. So you can see that this has a pocket milled out in the back side that fits that perfectly. Like so. Just like that. And these are titanium. Now, these are going to use different...
Whoa. Back it up, Zach.
What happened?
Don't be emailing me with any reservations for your...
Well, so I was thinking about this, right? And what I was thinking was, so right now, these are the only ones that exist right here. There's 3 of them, one of each design. And they fit perfectly. They're beautiful. And we can anodize them. So if someone wanted to purchase one of these or multiples of these, we would anodize them to the color of your choosing.
Or not.
Or not. If you wanted them just raw Thai, that works too. But they will come with a special adhesive for metal.
Oh, okay.
And the, yeah. So, that's up to you on what's, if somebody would want to purchase one of these. But
email me, Chuck it.
If you what I was thinking is that maybe Molly will take some photographs of these and put them on the website, and it will just be a custom order type situation.
Yeah, I like it.
When I tell you that these things are a pain in the butt to make, I am not joking.
And they eat up a lot of material.
A lot of material. It takes a much, much bigger piece of titanium than this to come up with that part right there. The crazy part about it is that it's an absolute nightmare to hold on to this thing once you get most of it machined out. Okay. And if you are familiar with what it takes to machine titanium, it is not easy to do. Okay. So, I mean, I could make these things out of, aluminum or something, and it would be way, way easier. Titanium is an absolute bear to deal with. And on top of that, I don't have, the best machine for doing titanium. As a matter of fact, my machine, although it's really cool, and you guys will see it soon because I'm going to post a video about my new CNC mill that I got. My CNC mill is really meant for machining things like G10 and carbon fiber and things like that, because that's what I do most of.
There's a great exchange in the chat.
CMEs like this one right here out of G10.
First off, Mike said Molly used her S90V Para 3 to carve out the Thai CMEs.
Right.
But Chuck It said he's calling dibs, like he wants one. He doesn't even know how much they cost. And he's like, mine, And so Kyle says, well, too bad, Chuck It. I already emailed, too late. And Chuck It says, I'll eat your heart, Kyle. And Kyle said, good thing I don't have one.
Good thing he doesn't have it. Right on.
So fight in the chat.
Okay.
Does Thai work harden?
It does. It does work harden. And grade 5 titanium, you can harden grade 5 Thai. And so if you don't have your speeds and feeds set right, you will harden the Thai, which just makes it more difficult to machine. And then you burn up bits. I can tell you that in order to machine these 3 pieces, I went through 3 end mills. The best end mills that you can buy for the size that I'm using. And it took 3 of them to machine those 3 parts. Now, because the standard one is going to be the cheapest one because it required the least amount of machining, but the Shaman one and the one for the little native and the jumbo is more difficult because they have this extra pocket milled into them. And I don't know exactly how much time I have in making these 3 pieces right here. They are very high quality, but they were very, very difficult to make.
Mark, yes, probably, but we're not taking custom work like that right now. Allie, custom milled titanium lanyard beads would be very expensive and would depend on what you would want. Can we make them out of magnesium?
I mean, yes, magnesium would be way easier to machine than...
Did you use a ball end mill also?
I did not use a ball end mill. I used a 4-flute. Here, I'll show you.
I'm going to zirconium you in the mouth, Chuck It. Want. Pretty Fly also wants to know if you can light some Thai chips on fire for us.
I could do that, yes.
He's leaving me alone. I'll show you guys my nails while he's doing that. I lost some stars, but so Louie, I don't know if you're here, but I did that aura style. It's hard to see on camera because this just isn't quite. Anyway, look at this. It's a freaking rocket ship for the aliens that I hear are hanging out on the universe. Well, no, not the universe, on the planet. Anyway. let's see. I'm sure he will be doing some milling videos. That would not surprise me one bit. So, the price. Oh, the price. Dang, we'll wait for Justin to come back to talk price. Won't magnesium light up? I don't know. I'm not a metallurgist. Did you get a free pack of Newports with those nails? Kyle? You know, I send you something. I didn't even send you real poop, just pretend poop. And here you are acting a fool. So, next up, you're getting donkey dung in the mail. I'm going to pay this postal worker to light it on fire on your porch. That's right, Mike. There ain't no true Americans in here, at least not enough of them. Oh, it's too late, Zach. When are you flying next? Why? Why are you asking, Kyle? And I don't know. I might just back out of flying after the airplane incident.
In Portland?
Yeah.
Okay.
They lied. You don't get sucked out.
Here's some end mills. Here's a broken one. So this is one that I broke.
Oh, true, Todd.
And this is an 1/8" 4-flute, and you can see how hot the end of it got. About right there.
Would zirconium be easier to mill?
I've never milled zirconium, so I don't know. Probably easier than titanium. But I'm not sure. So here is...
Won't my magnesium light up?
Here is an 1/8" 4-flute end mill right here. This is another one that I burn up. You can see the end of it. They should... this coating that's on there, it's kind of like a bronzish looking coating. That is coated all the way to the tip, but you can see the coating is gone on the end. But that is an 1/8" end mill right there that is no good, garbage. And then just for...
That's right, Rob. I stay fully clothed at all times.
This is what I grabbed a 1/4" end mill, a new one. This is a 2-flute end mill right here, 1/4". And you know, you can see, I don't know if you guys can really tell on camera, but this one has like a gold coating on it, and this one is brand new, so this one looks perfect.
Not very pretty though.
So yeah, these are the end mills. These 1/8" end mills is what I was using for the titanium. These are good end mills, but like I said, I burned up 3 of them to make those 3 pieces right there. You know, I start out with the about 8 millimeter thick material. So you got to machine, 8 millimeters deep in titanium. And then, do things like cut out those pockets and stuff. Not real simple and easy to do.
Have you... Okay, you got some... Okay. Have you tried white side mills?
White side?
Yeah. And I assume you're doing this without lubrication.
Yeah, my CNC mill does not run coolant, not liquid coolant. I do have an air.
Bye, Mike. Thanks for coming. Lol.
An air cooling setup on it. But, again...
Respin the spinny spin.
I I didn't buy my mill for doing titanium. I really bought it for milling other things. So it wasn't focused on titanium. Just to give you an idea, this is a part that I made on my mill a few weeks ago. And this is aluminum, 1/4 inch thick aluminum.
He prefers the shaman.
You can see that there are, bevels on all these holes here. You know, this is 8 inches in diameter. This is obviously not knife related. This is for a whole different project.
No, not for a golf cart.
This is a part that I designed for a whole different project. Like I said, it doesn't
not
really
be discussed here.
Yeah, it doesn't really apply. We've got it's a whole thing, but it doesn't really matter. The point is that this is the kind of stuff that I got my mill for, and making all the G10 carbon fiber parts. And so it's really good at doing softer materials. Titanium is very difficult to deal with.
Brian says we have too many fans.
We have too many fans?
Yeah.
Okay.
We're famous.
We are not famous.
Get on my level.
We are douchebags that are sitting here talking about nonsense.
Whiteside bits and mills have an astro coating on them. That's why he asked.
Okay. I'll have to check them out. I'm not familiar with Whiteside. This one here is from a company called Speed Tiger. They make some pretty decent end mills. I've had good luck with them. These, I can't remember where these came from.
I love cornbread.
WE. I don't remember the brand name on this 1/8 inch, but it was certainly, this is carbide, 100% carbide, and meant for machining titanium. I can't remember what the coating is on here. They do cut well. The problem is, if I had a more capable machine, which hopefully one day I will, that runs coolant, then it'll be a lot easier to make these titanium parts. We're talking about the difference of a machine that costs, $7,000 or $8,000 versus something that costs, $50,000.
Couple things. TCP says, "Why are your hands so swollen?"
Are my hands swollen?
No, he's just got fat sausage fingers. And
I just retain water.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's all water weight.
Highly hydrated.
It's just water weight. Don't let it.
Chuck, it says the more he talks, the more I feel my bank account shrinking. He really wants to know the price of what he owes us for these things.
Well, I mean, I said from day one that these weren't going to be cheap, but you guys kept asking for them, so I obliged. And honestly, what I told Molly, and you guys let me know what you think.
Now, your brother-in-law is the turtle who asked about your fat hands.
Okay, all right.
That's amazing. I appreciate that. Yeah,
my brother-in-law's a dumbass as well. So there you go.
He's a funny guy too.
Hey, brother-in-law, have you teabagged any toilets lately?
Tell everybody about your teabagging of the toilets.
So I've got to just tell this really quick because it was just hilarious. So my brother-in-law and I work together. And there are a few times a year that we get to travel, and we always have a good time. I enjoy my job and what I get to do for a living. And we were in the Chicago area, staying at a hotel, and we stay there one night. We have separate rooms. And the next morning he comes to me and says that we got there that night and he didn't pay attention, but the toilet in his bedroom was dicked up with the toilet valve, and the water level had risen all the way to the top of the bowl. So it was just below the seat. And he didn't pay any attention to that, didn't see that. and went in there to drop a deuce and sat down and just teabagged the toilet and put his boys right in some nice, cold water, which was hilarious.
And now they've been gone for weeks.
Right. He hasn't seen his boys for 3 weeks after that.
Chuck, it's like you're killing me, Smalls, because as soon as you're going to say how much this thing is, you went into that.
Yeah. So what I told Molly, and you guys tell me, I know how much time I have in making these 3 stupid little parts. But I can tell you they are very, very nice. And these are, CNC machined and hand finished by me. Plus, I mean, I intended on anodizing these. So I guess if we don't anodize them, it would be a little cheaper, I suppose. I assume people are going to want them anodized. And, maybe even, we could laser a little logo on the front side or something.
You just make everything more involved and complicated every time you speak.
but what I told her is that what I want to see from the price on these things is $100 for the standard one, $125 for the Yojimbo little shaman, or I'm sorry, little native, and $150 for the shaman. And I get that it's a small little part. I understand that. The trouble is it would be a lot easier to make a much bigger part, because trust me when I tell you, it is an absolute nightmare to try and hold on to these things to be able to machine them. And it's just, it's difficult. It really is. So, I understand what that, like I said, I told everyone that they would be expensive to make out of titanium.
They're in shock. They're not happy.
They're not happy.
Does it come with the knife?
Does it come with the knife? That's what I'm telling you.
Chuck, it says he's out. He can't.
Yeah. I get it. Right? Like
he said he can have a custom Zerkatai made for that.
Okay.
To Etsy.
To Etsy?
You're gonna get a Taiwan on Etsy?
Okay.
Good luck.
So the
I tried to get him down for you guys.
The thing about it is it takes a lot of time. It does. It's not easy. And if anyone tells you that they can machine these out of titanium, now, if I was going to make 200 of them, they wouldn't cost that much. But I also know we're not going to sell 200 of them. Making special fixtures to hold this part, you have to add that into the cost of and divide that across the part that you make. You guys tell me, what do you think it's worth?
Unsub Vimos. I would have done under $100. I feel like you shan't be selling one of them at this juncture.
Yeah. Well, and the thing is, I mean, you guys also have to understand, I'm one guy. This isn't like we
didn't get to call China and have them make them.
These were made here in Iowa on my machine. And so just to tell you, without including the cost of end mills, just the material that I burned up to make this one part is probably $20. Because we're not talking about, 2mm thick titanium to make knife scales. We're talking about 8mm thick titanium.
Pretty Fly, he said $150 for the shaman, $125 for the little native Yojimbo, and $100 for the standard.
Yep.
He was making a sandwich. He missed it.
But again, we've never sold any of these. So you guys tell me. If I'm out of line, you tell me.
Yeah, what would you, Chuck, it said under $100 for the shaman.
Yeah, see, and if it's under $100, I made one. And I'm going to sell that one, and I'll never make another one because it's not worth it for me.
50 to 60 tops.
Yeah, see, I'll never make another one. At $50 to $60, those 3 will be the only ones I ever make. Because the time it takes to make them, it's not worth me doing it. because I can't do it for nothing. That's the whole thing. And trust me when I tell you, if I sell this for $150, I maybe will make 25 bucks. By the time I pay for my machine and the tools and the electricity and all the stuff that went into making that part, it's not worth it.
And like,
And that's why I
maybe,
kept saying that they were going to be crazy expensive.
right. And maybe down the road we'll have an outlet to like get them made for us.
Yeah, and that's the thing, right?
You know, like that.
I don't have a production setup,
Right.
which is totally different. And so, you know, I have
Chuck it said, I don't mind you not making any more ever again if you sell me one for under $100.
And maybe we will, you know.
I bet your brother-in-law's blade of shame could cut them. Yeah.
The thing is that, I mean, how many hours do I have in these?
Is this a thing where you were shooting for 70 but decided to just throw out a number?
No, it really isn't. I'm just looking at how much time I had in making these 3 parts. And I'm not kidding you when I tell you that all in, I probably have 7 to 8 hours wrapped up into those 3 pieces.
Yeah.
Total.
Yep.
In the machining time, because I had to babysit the mill the entire time. And I had to run several different processes to be able to make these. And then I had to hand finish them. And honestly, I'm not kidding you when I tell you that I've got 7 to 8 hours in those 3 parts. And that doesn't count all, you know, my cost on the tooling. You know, this one,
I know you get it, dang Ross, but I don't think some people do get it.
I mean, this one end mill right here that I burned up cutting that material, I mean, this is probably 15 bucks. Now, I know that doesn't sound like much. 15
Can
bucks.
your daughter run the mill? Slave labor.
But I burned up 3 of them. Okay.
Yeah.
So that's $45 just in tooling. That doesn't cover the cost of the mill and you know, all of the other stuff that goes into it. So that's the thing is, and you know, and again, I do not have a production setup. Okay. And that's very different from, you know, if I took my design and farmed it out to a shop in China, you know, they could probably rip these off for, I don't even know what, but it's, you know, I would also have to order hundreds of them to get the price way down. And then, you know, how many are we going to sell? If we had these for 60 bucks, are we going to sell 200 of them? If we are, then great, I'll do it. But if only 5 people want them, then it doesn't make sense, right? Because I would have to buy a couple hundred of them to be able to sell them for $60. You see what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Right now, these are the only 3 that exist. You know, no one.
Jake wants to know if you've ever thought about trying a tiny set screw on your CMEs. And initially,
that was the original
plan. But then you've got to send your knife in to us to have them installed. We all know what his schedule's like. That's just not possible. And it wasn't really worth it for the materials that we've been working with. Maybe it would be worth it for something like this. Because like Humble Poet is saying, you know, I think the price is fair, but for something that might pop off, he couldn't do it.
Again, the adhesive that comes with these. So that's the other thing, is the install kit for these titanium ones is not the same as what it is for the G10 and the carbon fiber. Okay. So the adhesive that's used to hold these on, which I've already tested, and it actually, I'm pretty confident it's not going to have any issues with temperature because the adhesive is good at a much, much wider temperature range than CA glue, which is what we use for the G10 and carbon fiber and whatnot. But, you know, this design was made solely to keep the price down. Okay. The thing is, I still machine every one of these, me personally. Okay. And it's not like these are made in China or anything else. This is my design. I make them on my machine here at our home. And because of that, it's going to be more expensive.
We'll probably do that, buds.
But
I'll look into other routes of getting these produced. Like, not to say that will pan out, but I'm actually going to be looking into some things.
For these 3 titanium ones, these will come with a completely different adhesive that is made to adhere metals specifically,
Dang
which
Ross
is of course more expensive than just CA glue.
I saw this earlier as well. What about making the whole liner with the CME built in? Like, then you're talking more material cost,
right, and more money.
And more money.
And
yeah,
and
it
then
wouldn't
you're talking
be cheaper.
About, and one of the issues here is that the time it takes to machine material this thick, if you made a whole liner, in order to make, you either have to make it out of 2 pieces, or if you were going to make a whole liner, you would have to start with material that's this thick and machine away all that wasted material for the rest of the liner, which is only like a 1.5 millimeter thick. And so it's more machining time, more tooling cost, all these things. And so, it's just, that's why I kept saying when people kept asking about titanium CMEs, my response to this every single time was they're going to be expensive.
Yeah.
And when I tell you, to put it into perspective, the amount of work that I put into this one titanium Shaman CME pales in comparison to the amount of work that it takes me to make 3 of the G10 CMEs. And so, the G10 CMEs we sell for $20 or $25 or something like that. And so to sell this for $60 at the same price that it took me to make 3 of these, I'll make 3 of these all day, every day, versus 1 of these for the same sale price. You know what I'm saying? As a matter of fact,
3D printing a tap die jig for the lock bar?
Well, and that's the thing, is that I can do that, but then it's on the end user to have a one. I'm going to have to 3D print jigs to send out to everyone that buys one of these, which is going to add to the cost. Mm-hmm. 2, the person that buys it is going to have the tooling required to drill through hardened stainless steel, which isn't super simple to drill through. And locate the hole correctly, and then countersink the hole, because it's going to take a taper-headed screw coming from the backside. And originally my plan was to have a jig that I drilled, but in order to do all that, people are going to have to send me their knife, and then I take it apart, put the liner in a jig, drill the hole, countersink the hole, put a screw in, hold the thing on with the screw. And it's just a lot more messing around. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I get it, Chuck It. But I'm curious, Chuck It. Where are you going to get a Zerk one for the same price? Is somebody selling Zerk CMEs that I'm not aware of? I'm just curious.
Yeah, I have no idea.
Because I don't go searching our product every day.
Several people have knocked off my design, but everybody does it in a really bullshit way.
It would be a custom job. See, I don't know. I don't know that you can.
Zach just gifted us or donated $10. He says, "Got to run. Work issue just arose." Everyone
call us later with the tea.
DSKFS. Thanks so much, Zach, for all your kindness. We greatly appreciate it. And thanks for the $10. You are the man, sir. Go get them.
Yeah. Well, you guys wanted them. This is what we're coming up with. And not to say we won't be. I'm looking into some other avenues too.
Right. And I very well may sell these just to get rid of them for under what the price I just told you. But what I'm telling you is that these will be the only ones that exist because it's a lot of work. It really is.
Oh, Zaddy gifted a membership before he left. Steven Johnson, you're the winner. Thank you, Zaddy.
Thank you so much, Zach. You are way too kind, sir. Hopefully nothing crazy has happened at work, but
Can you mill one from schnozberries? Where do I get a schnozberry?
The schnozberries taste like schnozberries. Yeah, Steven Johnson. If you have, if this is your first time being a channel member, be sure to email us, and Molly will send you. We have some special swag for new channel members.
Yeah. Stupid question. Would it be easier or cheaper to make them out of aluminum?
Oh
yeah.
yes,
many people had been talking about aluminum, but you were talking, so I didn't.
Yeah, a lot more. If I made these same parts out of aluminum, they would be a lot more cost effective. Aluminum's way easier to machine.
Yeah, it's way softer.
Like I said, I showed this part right here. This is made out of 1/4 inch thick aluminum. This is 6061 aluminum. And this, as you can see, has a hell of a lot more machining on it than that does. This is infinitely easier to machine than that piece right there. Titanium is very difficult.
Can we anodize aluminum?
Well, yeah, we can, but it's a completely different process.
Right. I know it's possible. Titanium. I didn't know if we have what it takes to do that.
Yes, we do. So titanium is very difficult to machine. Okay. And this is why you don't get, 6AL 4V titanium parts custom made cheaply, because and again, I my machine is not a production machine. Okay, so it's different if I'm going to make 2,000 of these.
Thank you, Mr. Bowers. He just ordered a knife and an upgrade kit from us.
Oh, thank you so much.
Love that. Your order will go out tomorrow.
We greatly appreciate the business. I appreciate it.
Why does the camo Spidey have the clip configuration of the devil?
That's just the way they come out of the package.
Just how his mama made it.
All the militaries, PM2s, paramilitary 2s, and the military come with the clip in tip-down orientation. Now, of course, you can flip it. It's a 4-way reversible clip, but that's just the way they come out of the package. And this is the military 2. Actually, there is the titanium CME on the military 2.
Oh my gosh, excuse me. You bore me.
So I would, I promise you, anyone, Chuck had saying that he could get one of these custom made from someone on Etsy for.
He didn't say from someone on Etsy.
Oh, well, I guarantee you,
he might have a homie.
If you go to someone, an actual shop, like if you have a friend that has the equipment to do this kind of thing, that's different. If your buddy's just going to hook you up and spend hours making something like this just because he's a good buddy, then great, whatever. But if you actually hire a machine shop, I would not be the least bit surprised if a machine shop would charge you $300 for this thing after making it.
I know you love.
If you're only getting one of them. Now, they would probably charge you $300 if you bought 10 of them. Okay, so it's a thing of scale, it's economies of scale. And the reality is, I know that there's not very many people that are going to, even if I was going to charge $75 for this thing, there's very few people that are going to spend $75 on something like this. So I'm not going to make a whole bunch of them and spend a bunch of time making them when there's very few people that are going to spend that kind of money on something like this. And I understand that. This is why I said from the beginning, they're going to be expensive. And what most people don't understand here is there are, a lot of contours and radiuses, and there's a lot going on here. It's a lot more difficult than, what you see is just a small little part that fits in the palm of your hand. Like I said, it's a lot easier to machine something like this that's significantly larger, because it's way easier to hold this down. And when you're talking about titanium, and this is aluminum's much, much easier to machine than titanium. And when you're talking about titanium, there is a lot of lateral forces that are being put on this material in multiple different directions. So to hold this thing down, to be able to get the actual dimensions that you're trying to machine, not easy. When you're talking about a knife scale, you can actually bolt the thing down into a fixture. It's got through holes that you can bolt down and then machine it. Makes it much, much easier to deal with. Here, there are no through holes. So it's a completely different situation.
Yep. Okay.
So
I'm sick of this.
There you go.
We tried.
NFK 20 says that makes no sense. What makes no sense?
No.
Oh.
No, that's not it all.
Okay.
It has nothing to do with this.
I just asked what makes no sense.
He asked if the CMEs just pop on, and Tactical Terry said, no, they don't just pop on, they glue on.
Yeah.
And then he said that makes more sense.
Okay.
Not no sense.
Gotcha. Yep.
A lot going on here. Shows an oval with a notch in it.
All right. So let's move this.
There was something.
Sweet piece.
I got a text from my sister-in-law, my brother's wife.
Yeah.
And Charles, who was watching our live, he said to her that he wants he wants a knife made by Uncle Justin.
Okay.
So,
how much money's he got?
You're not exempt from cost, Charles.
Listen here, Charles.
No, you didn't miss the best testing, Ian. No.
Nope. We're fitting to do it right now.
Chuck has said, thank you for trying, Justin. It is appreciated.
Yeah.
And again, I will try another avenue, because I'm going to try and have something else made for us so we can avoid purchasing something. And, maybe it'll pan out.
Okay.
I don't know.
So,
but be patient. Don't be asking me about it every fucking week.
Easy there, killer.
Well, I'm just saying, y'all need to have some patience. Could you just tap it and use the threads to fixture it, and then threads could also be used optional? Yes, we talked about this, Ian, but it's if people would have to send their knives into us, then that would be more expensive for us to do that. And
well,
yes, you could.
Best testing this thing's going to be kind of a bitch.
You could do that on your end, but we can't, most people don't have the tooling and know how to do that on their end. Exactly. Yes. Motivation. No, a different Charles, as in our nephew.
All right. I need to, oh shit. We had a package that I was supposed to open.
Well, you don't have to. It's not really about that.
Well,
it's not to us or for us.
Do you have another one of these boxes handy?
Yeah, you make one.
Or here, I can use these boxes.
Okay.
Well, I need parallel boxes.
Okay. Well, I've got those boxes right here. Oh, okay. Oh, you need some height.
I need some height. because I'm going to have to get a blade over and under. This may or may not be super technical here.
Pretty Fly says I'm calling 160 on the butt plug knife. Your freaking Insta doxes you, Chuck it. Josh says I wouldn't mind parallel boxes either, Justin.
Oh shit!
Oh no! Oh, Grace!
Oklahoma!
Oh, Grace!
That threw my measurement off.
What about this?
It had 210 or 195.
What about those?
That might work.
Then you got a wider base.
A wider base. Let's see.
High and centered.
Let me see if this is... Okay. I think that's going to work.
Yes. Haha. Smart ass, Chuck. Are the blades not removable?
Well, there's not screws in them.
Real women have a wider base.
I don't know. I mean, I could probably get them out of there, but I might damage it in the process.
Yeah, we don't want to scratch anything.
Yeah. Oh, shit.
No, you didn't lose anything. We're best testing the collectible. Your mom has a wider base, right? What is the optimum angle for dangle?
Okay, so I got the same result as I got the first time.
195?
195.
Pretty sharp, bud.
That's pretty sharp.
Okay. Josh says, when I think about Justin, the first thing that comes to mind is, I bet he's high and centered right about now. Stop it. Now do Molly's S90V.
That's what
I think
doing.
That's next.
Okay.
What are your thoughts on 410A?
410A?
Yeah, that's what Ian said. 410A. Like 410 in the AM?
I think he means 440.
I don't know.
Don't know.
What are you talking about, Ian?
All right. S90V. Here we go.
Big money, no whammies. Big money, no whammies. Come on.
Okay.
It's not high enough.
335 in the spot that I tested. Well, you want to get me
the refrigerant.
410A refrigerant. Got it. I was thinking knives.
We're not on HVAC right now, sir.
I assume that you're talking about the new A2L refrigerants and what's happening. My thoughts on 410A is that, it's just kind of par for the course for our, regulating class in this country, putting the cart before the horse. And, now that we're measuring refrigerants off of GWP, it's way worse than what 22 was. And, 410A is kind of a bullshit refrigerant.
He says basically tons of retooling for a few more SEER.
Well, yeah, I mean, 410A is just kind of trash in the grand scheme of things. I wish we would, personally, like we make some equipment that I would love to use R290. And, we just can't because the regulators in this country say that we can't, even though they use them over in Europe. Anyway, yeah, don't get me started on that topic. I could go on forever.
Yeah, and I'm sick of hearing about it.
You get me, I want to clean this blade and see if just cleaning it makes a big difference.
There's a little
Okay, yes.
lint-free pads and alcohol.
Okay.
If you need more, I can fill it.
Here, I'll do this.
They think I was taking metal nail files to it. It's not true.
She's taking something to it.
Do it F with Justin, right? Oh, yeah. No, I don't. I literally just cut things. Open boxes, product. Things and stuff.
Stuff and things?
Yeah. I can get Justin all neevesing on HVAC topics. You could.
Yes, for sure.
Please, for the love of God, don't. When he's home and working from home, I listen to the same shit over and over every day. I don't want to hear it anymore. We are on... I don't want to hear about knife stuff either, but at least it's different. Molly, you're supposed to support my delusions. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. Yes, I do it just to make him sad. I was really hoping... Yeah, the case still stands at 800.
All right. We'll see if it's any sharper now. Just by a quick cleaning.
Mimo says Ian bringing his trash refrigerants up in this high class establishment.
All right.
Put the goo on it to protect the edge.
Here we go.
See, I told you.
Okay. So 155. So we still do have a decent-ish edge on here. It's better than decent. I mean, anything sub 200 is pretty freaking sharp. But there was so much crap on this blade. So basically,
I don't make the tape. I don't make the adhesives I have to cut through.
Basically, what we've learned here today is my wife's filthy. That's what we've learned.
No.
We have this package here.
No.
And this is...
Boxes are filthy.
This is Matt's. How's that different from my wife is filthy? Charlie, close your ears.
He doesn't know. He's a sweet, innocent boy.
He's got you fooled.
Really.
All right, we've got packing peanuts. We've got Matt. You got a swag pack here. Ooh,
and a knife.
And a knife and a flashlight.
And I'm gonna laser it
from the one and only Zaddy.
I'm gonna laser these nuts on it.
Is that what it is? These nuts?
No.
Oh.
But I might add it for fun.
Really, really small. In
really
a hidden
tiny.
area.
Exactly.
Okay. All right.
With an asterisk.
So, swag pack and a flashlight. We got Benchmade bug out with some packing peanuts in the box.
There's no giveaway tonight, Michael.
Let's see what we've got here for the bug out.
If that's what you're referring to.
This is the gray, black, or I don't know, remember what they call that coating. It's not like full black, but yeah. Oh.
That seems ridiculous.
What's needed here is a little Benchmade toolkit and some Slickable.
Right.
is what a guy would need.
I agree. I concur.
I mean, I can kind of sort of. I mean, if I really whip it down.
Your CME for your pair 3 fell off. You've been trying to reach me. Where and when? Because
if you email Molly, she will get back to you.
Yeah.
info@OCD for EDC.
Also, I gave somebody some tips on Instagram.
Okay. Tips and tricks. All right, Matt. Molly's going to laser your bug out and then ship this stuff to you. So we greatly appreciate it. And that was very kind of you earlier for the donation. If anyone would like one of the titanium CMEs, you can email us.
DJ Dragon D's Nuts said, "Did someone call me?"
You can email us and make us an offer or whatever. These are the only 3 that exist, and it'll include anodizing if you want that. If you want them a custom color, and yeah, otherwise, no harm, no foul, right?
Yeah. No harm, no foul.
Yep. All right. Holy shit, it's almost 9:00.
Mm-hmm.
This little fidget spinner, it spins good. If you really, really whip it good, it's a good spinner.
Chinese craftsmanship.
Okay. Anything else?
No, I don't think so.
No? Okay.
I do not believe so. Is $330 a good price for a Medford M48?
I would say yes.
My last pair of 3 lightweight had crazy lock stick. Any tips? Cleaned lock face, good.
I mean, generally when a pair of 3's got lock stick, it's generally oil on the lock face. But if you cleaned it well, it's hard to say. I mean, there could be a bad grind there.
He answered your question, Wilby.
I did?
Flick it like 500 times.
There you go. You could do that too. Yeah. Yes, the M48 is, out of all the Medford knives, that's my favorite knife. And I would say $335 is a good price for that knife, because I think they sell for like $550, $500, $550, something like that.
No idea.
Okay. Surely.
It's not my department.
Okay. All right. Well, you got anything else?
Damn, not on the store yet. What I gotta do? Who gotta die? What's not on the store yet? What do you mean, knife nut? What are you talking about?
I don't know.
What? Are you talking? Oh, the Thai CME. Okay. You weren't here when we talked prices. You're gonna get mad.
Well, maybe not. Maybe. Who knows?
The Shaman is $150. The Lowell Native / Yo Jumbo is $125. The standard is $100
And you pick the anodizing color.
if you want. It's always where you been instead of how you been. Yeah. So if you want one, I guess email me. Otherwise, you know, maybe I'll post them on the website as a custom thing. And if they sell, cool. If they don't, you won't make, you know, like.
Yeah, I just won't make anymore.
Yeah.
It really is that simple. And it's fine. Like I said, it's not a big deal. And I mean, it's the reason why I said originally that, you know, they were going to be expensive, because I already knew that this was going to be an ordeal.
Mm-hmm.
And, you know, is what it is. It's, you know, it's a lot more difficult than what people think to make something like this out of a material like titanium.
Chuck it. I hope you have a beautiful evening. We're not mad.
And it's fine. Yeah, it's not a big deal. It's just the reality of it. And, you know, I mean, I'm pumped that I made these three because it kind of tested my abilities and that kind of thing. And it surely tested my machine's capabilities. But, it's a lesson in that just because something is small doesn't mean that it's cheap.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, a gemstone or something. A lot of work. The smaller it is, the more difficult it is to deal with,
Mm-hmm.
and be able to grind it and do all these things. It's much easier to work on a larger part.
Did you mention that this spinner thing is going to be going up on the website?
I did not. No, this spinner is like a 6-gun. I'm not sure what they put in here, but it's not crazy heavy, but I mean, it's quite heavy, but it actually spins incredibly well. It's like a fidget spinner, and Molly got a few of these.
William Lenderman says titanium CMEs is a lesson in be careful what you ask for.
Well, absolutely.
Yeah. But yeah, anyway, I got a couple of these. I'll be putting them up on the website. He's obviously opened one to fiddle with. So one will be touched by him. Mm-hmm.
They spin quite well. I don't know what kind of bearing they have in them.
Have you ever made a CME for the wNEW? Is it possible? That's a really tiny sliver one.
The wNEW, yeah.
It? No.
Yeah. No, I have not made a wNEW CME. That is one that we looked at.
There's just not enough real estate on that one.
No, you're talking about the Akuchi.
Oh, okay.
The Akuchi is really, really difficult. The wNEW is easier. Here's an Akuchi right here. And I mean, it's so small.
Yeah, that is the one I was thinking.
To put that into perspective, here's, a standard CME in that location, and you can see that it sticks way up off the knife. And I mean, this thing's only like
lock?
What?
Is the smock a button lock?
Smock's a button lock.
Yeah, right.
Yeah,
okay. Yeah. Yes. Yeah, you better keep it that way, knife nut.
The wNEW I don't have here. I feel like on the wNEW, I don't. Send us an email on that. I have a wNEW. I'll have to look at it. I feel like that's one that I have a design for, but I don't think I've made any of them yet. I can't remember. But send me an email so I don't forget.
This is the last time I'm doing it. I'm typing it in the chat.
Typing
I don't want to talk
for what?
about the Thai CMEs anymore right now.
Josh Branson says that he's debating on parting with this Canis. The Canis is a cool knife. I like the Canis. It's a good one. So yeah, like I said, trust me when I tell you at the prices that we're quoting for these pieces. Trust me, I'm not making a whole bunch of money. I spent $45 in end mills to make those 3 pieces. So just the tool that machined the rough outline of the part, and that doesn't buy material, that doesn't buy the machine, that doesn't buy the electricity, that doesn't buy anything else.
Okay, stop explaining yourself.
Well, I'm just being honest.
Yeah,
it's just the facts,
I know. It's been said multiple times. I hate repeating shit. Stop it. Okay, it's the PM2 standard. Yeah, that's the standard CME.
Yeah, PM2, Para 3. Oh, there's a bunch of models that the standard one fits.
Can you speak on Case Knives Sodbuster Jr.? I have a technical question.
What about it?
You know that knife?
Yeah, I do.
Okay.
Yeah.
I was going to ask how much tooling you went through.
Yeah, 3 8-inch 4 fluid end mills to make those 3 parts. Now I made them all at the same time, so it's not like one per part.
Mm-hmm.
But obviously the ones with the milled out pockets are more difficult to make. It's just what it is.
I'm not going to flip out. It's been said like 47 times throughout this stream, all of the things. So I'm done.
Okay. What's the question about the Sodbuster?
I don't think he's typed it yet. Ed Smith. No, he hasn't typed it yet.
Okay.
What's up, TN? Oh, yeah. The PM2s and Para 3s or whatever, they're made into button locks. I can't remember who makes those either. Okay, Ed says, I have seen and heard about the gapping on them. Could the brass pins be peeled to tighten them
Peened?
up? Oh, maybe I auto-corrected.
Yeah, peened.
To tighten them up or not recommended? Question.
Yeah, you can absolutely, like on a slip joint, the brass pins that hold the knife together, you can absolutely peen them to tighten the knife up. So if it's got a whole bunch of blade play, you just want to make sure that you have the right tools to do that with. And but yes, to answer your question is yes, you absolutely can do that. What you'll want to do is squeeze the knife together to take up any slop. So you don't want to bend the brass pin, if that makes sense. So, if you can imagine like this pivot in here, if that was a pinned construction, if the heads, the riveted style heads had gotten loose over time or the pin had stretched, you don't want to just go ahead and peen it. What you want to do is squeeze the knife together to the desired tightness and then hammer the pin one direction. And then peen the other side. So whichever side has the smallest flattened head on it, I would recommend peening it that way so you can have some room to enlarge it. It's kind of hard to explain, I guess, but you'll just want to, tighten the knife up first and then peen the pin. Don't just start by peening the pin because you could bend it because there's too much slop in the knife.
You gotta be easy when you peen your pin.
Yeah, when you're peening your pin, you gotta use your best judgment.
Jake wants to know. He says, "I have I don't know if I'm gonna say a vot or vote.
Okay.
Tropin.
Yes.
That I ground the exposed blade section out.
Okay.
And I was wondering which CME would work best. So now I have a large flat area.
The standard one will fit on that. On the Tropin, if I remember right, the flipper tab, I can't remember if the flipper tab intersects or if it's just the cutting edge that intersects that area. I have a Tropin. I don't have it handy here.
Enlarge the peen. That's right. Bigger peen.
Send us an email and I will, if you've ground out that blade, I think the standard one will fit it fine. but send us an email and I'll test it on my knife. Because
kind of gauge it.
Yeah, I just can't remember off the top of my head. But I do have a Tropin, and it's a great knife. I actually really like that knife. I just don't have it handy here.
Mm-hmm. For the adhesive, are you using something like JB Weld for the titanium?
No, it's actually a Loctite product. But I mean, yeah, I mean it's an adhesive made for dissimilar metals. So adhering titanium to stainless steel.
Could you do tritium inside of Ultem or resin CME? I mean, could definitely do tritium inside of a resin CME.
Yeah, for sure.
Mammoth bone CMEs would be sweet. No. I don't know where to get mammoth bones. Aren't those illegal?
Illegal. Yeah. I mean, I can certainly do Ultem, and any composite material or plastic or G10 or any of that type of stuff is going to be much cheaper. Ultem is going to be more expensive than G10 just because the material itself is a lot more expensive, but it still won't be anything like these. These are expensive because of how much work went into them. Yes, the material is expensive, but realistically, the amount of material that I machined to make this one titanium CME, might be like $20 or something, or maybe not even $15. But it's the amount of time and effort that went into this.
Tritium would be so sweet too. Yeah.
Tritium's expensive.
It is.
Yeah.
And it's hard to find.
Yeah.
Just for our use for various things. Like,
yeah, tritium vials.
I was trying to find some.
I mean, you can get them, but they're expensive. I mean, to buy small tritium vials.
Yeah, it's and the sizes are limited. Yeah. 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 Anyway, because I tried to find them for the Mannix ball cage.
Oh yeah.
And I can't find anything that would fit.
Oh.
Available to me. Anyway.
Yeah. Well, send us the link, then, Ross.
Yeah, share the link, bud. Shut up, Steven. Does anyone know if the Spyderco Mannix 2 aftermarket aluminum and titanium scales will work with the lightweight Mannix 2 versions? Is the wire pocket clip the only non-compatible part?
Well, the lightweight Mannix 2 does not come with liners. So if you have a lightweight Mannix 2, it has just a tiny figure 8 liner that goes from the pivot up to the stop pin, where the standard Mannix 2 has full liners. So that's really the big difference there. So if you buy aftermarket scales and what you have is a Mannix 2 lightweight and you want to pull the blade and put it in aftermarket scales, you're going to have to come up with a set of liners.
Could you machine several of them and then separate them after? You mean CMEs, maybe? I don't know.
I don't know what they're asking. I mean, if you're talking about CMEs, that's how I make the G10 and carbon fiber and all that stuff. I machine a whole bunch of them at once. The difference is we sell a lot of those. So to machine a whole bunch of titanium ones, it takes, my depth of cut, the inches of, per minute of machine travel and all that stuff is a lot more critical when you're machining titanium versus machining something like G10. And so I have to sit there and babysit the mill.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, with the G10, we can like set it and forget it.
Yeah, I mean, it's not quite that simple, but yes. But, you end up breaking end mills, like this one right here is a broken one. And so if everything doesn't go perfectly, you break the tool off. So this is in the tool holder. This is broken in your part, and the machine's still running, not knowing that the tool's broken. And then, it really throws off your whole dingle of the dangle there.
Right.
And so machining a whole bunch of these, again, I do not have a production machine. Okay. So that's the big difference here. I don't have $100,000 CNC mill that is capable of machining titanium seamlessly.
How much does a bit for a commercial machine cost?
Oh, they use the same bits I'm using.
Oh.
The difference is the machine runs massive amounts of coolant, which mine doesn't.
Yeah.
And that's a huge difference when it comes to machining something like titanium.
Gotcha.
Forced coolant is a game changer. My machine doesn't have those capabilities. And this is the difference between a machine that is, $6,000 or $7,000 versus $60,000 or $70,000. Very, very different deal. And, so if I had a machine
now taking donations for
right. I mean, if someone wants to donate me a Haas mill or a Mori or something, that would be great, and I could rip these things off, in mass quantities,
and a much more cost-effective
rate. But it's just that little thing of spending, 50 to 100 grand to buy the machine.
Yeah, I don't want to do that.
It's just that little detail.
Sorry, we're not making enough.
Right. We're making nowhere near that kind of money. So, that's really what we're talking about here.
Okay. Anything else not related to tie CMEs or CMEs at all, really?
If you're buying Manix 2 aftermarket scales that are linerless, then yes, it should work. So if somebody out there is making, I can tell you that the titanium, like here, for example, I have a set of Flytanium carbon fiber Manix 2 scales sitting right here. These are for the Manix 2. These are carbon fiber, but they require the liners. You have to have the liners. All of the Manix 2 titanium scales require liners. Okay. So,
I don't know offhand, NFK. You could just go to the website and put them in your cart and find out. That's a fun way to find out.
If you're buying some type of scale that does not require liners, then yes, the Manix 2 lightweight would have all the required stuff except for the clip.
I don't know how to math.
The clip would be different.
I don't math on Sundays.
So there you go. NFK20 says, I love rocks.
I put tie scales that I got from your website on my Manix 2. When I got the Stormtrooper Manix 2, I put the blade in my existing Manix 2. Did some swapperoonies.
Yeah, the blade will swap. So I could swap these two blades for sure. No problem there.
Why does the Para 3 lightweight only have one washer?
Because the other side is the washer is built into the FRN scale. And if you look at the way the inside of the scale is molded, it actually has a washer in it on that side. So on the Para 3 lightweight, which I have one sitting right here, there is only a liner on the lock side. The show side does not have, or the clip side does not have a liner. So it doesn't require a washer because this FRN material is strong enough to be the washer on that side. And it actually has a little feature molded into it that is the washer. So
Let's see. Dang, Ross, I love the Predator because I am a predator because I'm a sniper, obviously. And also a new fun fact. Not only was I a teacher's assistant for my German class, I was also a teacher's assistant for the pop, lock, and drop it class at school.
Pop and locking. That was something we learned today.
So I can't pop, lock, and drop it anymore. I'm too old. My knees hurt. But I did that. NFK, you nasty.
She's also very much full of shit.
Can we get... No, I can't demonstrate. I'm so sorry.
All right. Well,
I'm retired.
We should end this off because it's 9:15.
Yeah,
it's past your bedtime.
I don't really feel good.
Okay. So thank you so much, guys, for coming and hanging out with us. If you're interested in one of the titanium CMEs, send us an email. Make us an offer. Because it sounds like if the prices are too high, those may be the only 3 that I ever make. So you could get one of those.
Or not.
Or not. Whatever. It is what it is.
You should also get a sweatshirt like I'm wearing, which you can't see right now. But
yeah, she's got an OCD for EDC sweatshirt.
It's pretty great.
You
should do that.
But we greatly appreciate you guys coming and hanging out with us. It's been a good time. Don't forget,
I use rim oil on my knees.
We have this beauty in our possession at this time and juncture. So that's something.
So there's that.
There's that. All right, guys. Well, you got anything left?
Yeah, just shop the website and help a lady out.
Yeah, help a lady out. She's got work to do.
And, mills to save up for.
Yeah, mills to save up for. Yeah. Yep. Yeah, I mean, if the thing about it is if you guys bought more stuff from our website, maybe old dad could afford a mill to be able to mass produce these and sell them at, $65.
Right. So tell your friends.
Tell your friends.
Bring your green hat. Go shopping at OCD for EDC.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, it's not that I don't want one of those mills. I would love to have one of those. I just don't currently. It would be amazing. So, we just have a lot of work to do before we get there. You know what I mean? All right. Well, anything else? You good?
No, have a good week. Be good. Make good choices. Charlie, do your homework and be good to your parents if you're still up.
Yeah.
It's past your bedtime.
It's past your bedtime. Charlie, go to bed. Yeah, thanks so much for coming and hanging out with us, guys. We appreciate it. Thanks so much for the donations and the channel memberships and all that stuff. And yeah, we'll see you next week. Everybody, hopefully the Lions win next week. They're playing the Rams, so Matthew Stafford's coming home. That'll be cool. Yeah, it'll be interesting. We'll see how that goes. But as long as the Lions win, we'll be good to go. So have a good week, and we greatly appreciate it. Thanks all. We're out of here.
Word.
To your mother.
Bye.
Peace.
Turp.